morning, everybody. Well, good afternoon. For me, it's morning. For you, it's probably not morning. It might be, depending on the time of day you're watching this. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever have you. Whatever. Hi, how you doing? It's not Thursday for once. I know in years past I've done videos where kind of out of order, like I don't stick to just my normal Thursdays. Particularly during the summer when I have time to make extra content. So the extra content you're going to get for the next, I don't know how long this is going to be, but I'm currently on my way west to Colorado for Eric and Caroline's wedding. And I had a thought about possibly doing some additional videos to and from the journey there because I'm road tripping it. So I'm actually currently on Interstate 80, about 3 miles from the border of Illinois and Indiana, on very not quite congested Chicago freeways yet, but it's early. It's about just before 7 o'clock Central Time. It's very nice out too. This video will probably be me getting to my halfway point, which is going to be Lincoln, Nebraska. That's today. So today is, you saw the title card, today is June 26th. I'm spending the night in Lincoln, Nebraska tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going from Lincoln to Golden. I'll be staying in Golden for 3 nights. Because their wedding is on Saturday, and then there'll be some additional movings around and other things. I have some other side quests that I want to do. Wow, I sound like a D&D player now. I have some other side things, some other side trips I want to do on Sunday and Monday, and I'm actually going to be coming back east via Interstate 70, not just to avoid tolls, but mainly to avoid tolls and to get a different view. I've never driven 70 across Kansas. So yeah, that's kind of what this is going to be. I'm not sure how much you're going to see in this video. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more than what I'm thinking. I don't know. Might be some time lapses. Might be some, I don't know, some weird things that come up that I just want to have on camera. There's nothing really much else to say now, except I'm going to get through Chicago, and then once I get through Chicago, I will more than likely come back here to give you an update. Changing it up a bit now, I've stopped at a rest stop. I'm about 55 miles from the Quad Cities, which is, you can't even see my face. Here, let me fix this. Now you can see me. I'm at a rest stop. Wow, all the ice I got hours ago is now reduced to water. I'm about 55 miles from the Quad Cities, which is like Davenport, Iowa area, at a rest stop off of I-80, just to relax and stretch a bit. It's a very nice day here. A little cloudy. Oh, but the sun is out, so it's rather nice. I look very bright on this screen. We're a couple little snafus on the way. I did take a wrong turn. I thought that this one particular interstate stayed with Interstate 80, and I got off and started heading north instead of west. There was a truck incident or something right at the Interstate 55 interchange with I-80, so that kind of put me back a bit. But as of now, still pretty good. I might walk around a bit. So, but we'll be back on the road here shortly. There's nothing out here. Fields, that's about it, and billboards. Hey look, there's a Wendy's coming up in like 20 miles. So I'm in Iowa now. I'm about 15 miles from Iowa City. Got a little cloudy now, but it's one of those like bright cloudy. It's like the sun is coming through, sort of, just continuing on west. There's a lot more traffic than I thought there would be out here. By the time lunch comes around, I'll probably be at Des Moines. So I think that's where I'll shoot for my lunch stop. Des Moines about another 120 miles, probably a little bit, maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 130 miles. So, yeah, good so far. Just there's nothing. This interstate is so boring. So it's been a little bit of time yet. And I was just thinking now about road tripping and things like, so I know I've talked about traveling a lot over the years that I've been making these videos. One of the things that I thought about, was just thinking about now, was stuff that I did in the car while on the way to where it was that we were going. When I wasn't sleeping or talking to like family that was with me, we would sometimes, and by we, it was usually my sister and I, sometimes my mom would do it as well, maybe even Dad, but Dad was normally the one that was driving. We would play games, or we would do like, I don't know, I Spy, and then we'd say something that's, I don't know, green or something. There's a whole lot of green outside right now because of the fields and whatnot. But one of the newer games that I was introduced to in the last 5 years or so involves license plates. The one that I was at least made aware of was you take the letters of the license plate and you try to form a word using those letters. It has to be in the correct order. You can't rearrange the letters. It has to stay in that order. So I was thinking about that, and unfortunately there aren't many cars right now. Earlier, further back, there were a lot more cars, but it's kind of thinned out now as I've kept going west. There's a motorcycle coming up behind me now, and I can't really see anything behind him. So that's one of the games that I might attempt to play. Let's see if he has a license plate that's I can at least read. No, and I don't even know where it's from. It's like F80, 480, or 485 or something like that. I don't know. So I think as I progress for the next, I don't know, hour or so, I will attempt to continue this game, or start this game, and maybe do some of it on camera. I don't know. I have nothing better to do other than look outside at the hill. You know something else I noticed? A lot of people, I think, tend to believe that Iowa is flat. And while it's a lot of fields, it's a lot of like hills and rolling fields, which I did not expect to see in Iowa. In fact, it's hillier out here than it is where I live in Toledo. Like if you head west from Toledo, it's just dead flat. At least here, there's like I'm looking over here, there's a antenna, and there's like a hotel or a restaurant up there, I think, on a hill. This state is not completely flat, but there is a whole lot of nothing out here, that's for sure. All right, got some cars passing me. Let's see, EPV. Can you make a word from that? EPV. No, let's see what, there's another one going to pass me here. Let's see what this one says. This one says IDK. Well, I mean, I know that's an initialism. IDK. Can you make a word out of that? IDK. I'm only thinking of the... I can't think of it. IDK. I'm coming up with nothing. Okay, well, it was EPV and IDK. If you think of any words in the next few moments while you're watching the rest of this video that have those letters in that order, leave them in comments, please. Who's coming up? Let's see. I've been thinking. I can't think of anything with those letters, so hopefully you guys can come up with something. All right, let me get over here and see what some more of these are going to be here. IDJ. Nope. That's one letter off from the last one. IDJ, and that's an Illinois one. That's just got one letter, so I can't use that one. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the letters don't have to be right next to each other in the word. You can have letters in between them. That's okay. All right, it's been a couple miles, probably about 10 or so. Got another car coming up here. Maybe this one will be something that I can work with. Oh, they're from West Virginia. NYL. Okay, that one. NYL. Wait. Analysis. I need to double check. Analysis. Wait, no. I don't know. No. It's LY. Oh man, that was so close. Let's see if this one passes me. And we'll check this one out coming up here. I think they're from Illinois. This one might not work. Well, AU. Okay. AU. I feel like that's a little too easy. Auxiliary. August. You need the 3 letters. I don't know if I'm going to count that one. I think this might be the last one. Oh wait, there's a truck behind it. Okay, maybe these last 2. Nope, that's another Illinois. BD. I'm not counting the 2-letter ones. Those are too easy. All right, how about this one? That's in Nebraska, and there's only one letter. The rest are numbers. Well, that was a fun game. The best one was IDK, but I couldn't think of anything that goes with that. Well, I'm going to end the game there. Maybe if something happens to drive by and I'm able to come up with something, I will come back and record it. But for now, that's going to be it. I am closing in on Des Moines in the next 40-ish miles or so. I'm going to stop for lunch, and then I guess I'll pick it up after lunch. Hi again, back to the real camera this time. So I just finished lunch. It's about 2:15 now at a Bennigan's of all places. I don't exactly know how these restaurants just that were a part of my life years ago just somehow randomly continue to show up. I'll talk more about that once I get driving, but I have to get gas and then back on the road about, I think I gauged it, another 3.5 hours maybe till I get to Lincoln. So we'll get back on the road here shortly. Here we are again, back on the road, heading west. I'm less than 100 miles from Council Bluffs. I'm now 100 miles from the border of Nebraska. So like I was going to say in the last clip and forgot, so I'll say it now. The license plate thing that I was doing, I kept doing it after I obviously turned the camera off, and that's when they all started happening, including the best one that I was able to get. It was an Iowa plate, and the letters were GZB, gazebo. That's the best one. I wanted to touch also on something that I mentioned in the last clip as well. I stopped for lunch at a Bennigan's restaurant, which to me didn't exist anymore. There was a Bennigan's in the Allentown area when I was growing up, and my family would go there, and I didn't really remember what it was because it's been so long since it was there. As I was driving west through Des Moines, and I was looking for where I wanted to have lunch. It was on one of those blue food sign things on the side of the road. And I thought, okay, I know where I'm going for lunch. And it was really good. I had a really good meal. It continually makes me think when I go on vacation to places that I haven't been to before, and I find one of these restaurants that to me, well, that to my understanding at least, was no longer in existence, kind of intrigues me a bit. There's a restaurant called Old Country Buffet back in Allentown, and I had never heard of Old Country Buffet outside of there. I know it's a chain. I recognize that because I've heard of it being in other places, but I've never actually encountered another one outside of Allentown until I was in Wisconsin a couple of years ago. I was in La Crosse, Wisconsin, driving through, I don't know, some developed area, and there just happened to be one. I was very confused because, like I said, I knew they were a chain. I knew there were others in existence. I just never saw them. I was never in a place or in the part of the city where they were. And that's happened before. There's restaurants that I grew up with that I'm pretty sure don't exist anymore. One I can think of off the top of my head is the Ground Round. It was like a steakhouse kind of thing. It was good. They had a really catchy commercial jingle that I remember seeing commercials for. You know, one of those strange things, some of those strange things that you think about, or that I think about. Maybe this is just me. I don't know. Are there restaurants that you thought were only in your neck of the woods and then you traveled somewhere and were like, oh, well, I didn't realize this was here? That happened to Seth and I, actually. My friend Seth, who is also into trains. We were in Chicago a couple years ago, and to our understanding, there's a burger joint called White Castle. I've never been to it. I don't know if he's been to it or not. That I thought was strictly a New Jersey thing. Well, turns out they're also in Illinois. Well, I guess I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try to keep it straight and narrow the rest of the way to Lincoln. And with that, I am now here in Lincoln. I've already checked into the hotel. I got my stuff in there. The battery on the GoPro action camera was getting low, so I think that's about all I'm going to do for today. It's really nice out, and it's only like 5:30, and since I had a late lunch, I'm going to go try to find some trains. So, Maybe I'll share a photo with you at the end of this video if I see anything worthwhile, or if anything decides to make itself known to me. So until next time, whenever that is, because I don't know when this is going to go up. This might go up rather soon. This might go up when I get back, which won't be till around the 4th of July. So, okay, bye. See you, I guess, tomorrow when I finish the trip to Golden.